As the conflict in Ukraine comes to a conclusion, the future of Ukraine appears bleaker with every passing day. Russia's war strategy to distract Ukraine from the north and south has worked, and it has almost occupied the Donbas region. Zelensky has given up against the might of Russia and has finally realized that Ukraine's future is doomed. Rather than reaching a peace agreement and guaranteeing the country's future, he is only concerned with himself. Meanwhile, he is preparing an heir of the dictatorial regime to look after his ambitions after he flees Ukraine. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Atul Mishra, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI Global channel yet, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. And please install our Apple and Android mobile apps. The link is given below in the description. Let's begin. The president, aka dictator of Ukraine, who has dressed in olive green cargo pants to pretend as a wartime hero, is about to play a malicious game with his people, the Ukrainians. He goes to world platforms and delivers speeches to arouse sympathy for Ukraine. However, the EU is now growing annoyed with Zelensky's antics. The West is quickly realizing that Ukraine is becoming significant security and financial problem for it. They have thus come up with a strategy to permanently remove Zelensky. Investigations into possible war crimes in Ukraine are now being demanded by more than 40 countries, including the US and many EU countries. According to Reuters, 45 nations signed a political declaration on Thursday to cooperate on investigations into war crimes in Ukraine at a conference in The Hague, the home of the International Criminal Court, or the ICC. Now he's preparing to flee Ukraine and is devising a way to stay in power even after he is sacked. He is asking his wife to take up the responsibility. Olena Zelenska, wife of Zelensky, is emerging as a face who will become a voice of Zelensky in the near future. Zelensky has fired a lot of his close advisors and charged them with treason. Among them is his childhood friend Ivan Bakanov. He was the head of the security service for Ukraine and was seen as the second most powerful person in Ukraine's government after Zelensky himself. But Olena Zelenska's name has suddenly come up. She, who was nowhere to be seen in the war for 2 months, is recently being seen representing Ukraine. Her first appearance after a long disappearance was on May 8th when she was meeting Jill Biden. Olena Zelenska is now on a visit to the USA, where she is meeting with several US representatives. On Monday, she met with US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. According to Ned Price, a spokesperson for the State Department, the Secretary of State gave Zelenska assurances about American commitment to Ukraine. She also met Samantha Power, head of the US Agency for International Development, the same agency which has given billions of dollars to support Ukraine's government. Zelenska would be expecting more money from the US, who is already getting tired of Ukraine's whims and fancies. Giving us such a big platform by the US shows that the people are tired of supporting Ukraine's one-sided narrative when they themselves are facing huge inflation and a continuous curb on their rights. So as the West has decided to sack Zelensky, it would deftly shift responsibility for Ukraine's defeat to Zelensky and avoid taking responsibility. Therefore, Ukraine may soon have a new president, but Zelensky has already found a way to play around with it. Olena Zelenska has been given the opportunity by Zelensky as a way for him to remote control Ukraine, even when he is ousted from power.